Well, hello everyone. Welcome to the Twin Flame Tarot. My name is Tony and this is the Twin Flame Daily Forecast for Sagittarius season, which begins on November 21st, 2020. So hello, welcome back to all my returning subscribers. And hello, if you are new here, I am so glad that you are joining us today. So as I said, this is the Twin Flame Forecast. First, we're going to pull to see what's up with our Divine Feminine. Next, we're going to pull for our Divine Masculine. Lastly, we will pull for our collective Twin Flame couples. If you see a deck of cards you like, I will link them down below in the description. And when I refer to Divine Feminine and Divine Masculine, divine means holy. Feminine and masculine do not refer to one specific gender. So if y'all are ready, I'm ready. First of all, let me give a big shout out to my Sagittarius gang. Hi, y'all. I'm a Sagittarius too, so I'm a big fan of the Saggies. I love our energy. I love how we are always down for the good time. I love how we have some of the most open minds of anyone I know, and we're always willing to grow and expand and learn and find out more. We're not afraid to take risks, calculated risk, although when I was younger they weren't always calculated. But I love Sagittarius energy, and so let's see what's going to happen this month. I just want to show y'all, I brought out not only my Sagittarius candle, but this is fire quartz. I don't know if you've ever seen that before. Isn't that beautiful? We got fire quartz, we have carnelian heart, which is one of my favorite stones of all time, carnelian, and we got some gold stone on the table today. So why don't we get going? Let's get our table set, shall we? Let's see what's going to be happening for our twin flame couple, individual and together for this Sagittarius season. Y'all, look, I gotta show you, look how sad my sage has gotten down. It is not show worthy anymore. In fact, I'm gonna be honest, I think I'm just gonna take, instead of trying to hold that and it fall all over the place, why don't we just, yeah, here. We're just gonna get a little piece. How about that? All right. This is a lot easier to hold. It's not gonna burn all over my lap. All right, there we go. All right, let's do this, shall we? We clear, we bless, we protect this space. We clear, we bless, we protect this space. And I'm going to clear, bless, activate, and fully align all my chakras and energetic auric grid systems. Hang on, I'm gonna give myself a little bit of extra sage here today. It's been a busy morning. I've been doing a lot of praying, a lot of meditating. Let's get that energy cleared up a little. There we go. Okay, headphone users, let's turn down your volume so we can set the tone for this reading. Beautiful. And lastly, but not leastly, let's set our intention for this reading by calling forth in the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. We invite our angels, ancestors, guardians, guides, and spirit to please join us. Please help us to interpret these messages as we receive them. Okay, let me get a sip of tea. Let me have a sip of tea before I spill the tea. Oh, dad jokes never get old, do they? Okay, y'all. My throat's all warm and lubricated. That's what she said. Let's go. All right, up first, as always, ladies first, it is going to be our Divine Feminine. We are going to pull from the Moonology Oracle. And let's see what's up. All right, Divine Feminine headphones users, let's turn it down so I can shuffle. Angels, ancestors, guardians, guides, spirit, what messages do we have for the Divine Feminine for Sagittarius season? What messages do the Divine Feminine need to know during the Sagittarius season? What should the Divine Feminine be on the lookout for during Sagittarius season 2020? All right, thank you, angels, ancestors, guardians, guides, spirit. I just need one card. Beautiful, thank you. We've got balance, spirituality, and practicality. That full moon in Pisces. I do love me some Pisces energy. I was raised by 3 Pisces, and my first serious boyfriend was a Pisces. So I've grown up and have been around a lot of Pisces energy, and I really love Pisces energy because they are the dreamers, aren't they? They are the ones who go deep, deep, deep. All right, Divine Feminine, you are being told to balance spirituality and practicality. Let's read from the book. Have you been so head in the clouds that you've lost touch with reality? If so, this card as a sign that you need to pay attention and make a concerted effort to move towards your goals. The more practical steps you take, the better. It's time to find an inner balance between your responsibilities and your dreams. Meditate on your question, and the solutions to your issue may come through very clearly. If you are in a tricky situation because you've been acting the martyr, this card will be a message from the cosmos to drop the act for everyone's sake. Whoa, that's a very specific message. So we've got a couple messages coming, and they're very specific. I'd say more specifically, if you have been acting martyr-ish lately, like, oh, woe is me, nobody understands me and nobody gets me, and I do everything for everybody and nobody ever helps me. Okay, it's time to drop the act. It's time to let go. It's time to get real, see how much appreciation you should be giving to everybody, and start dishing it out. Okay, that's a very specific message for one of you. Let me know which one of you it was if you don't mind sharing. But for the rest of you, it's saying that it looks like you maybe been your head up in the cloud. You know, like I said, Pisces are the dreamers. It feels like you've been spending a little bit of time maybe losing touch with reality, being in your head a little bit more. Now maybe it's time to take time to make an effort to make some concrete plans to make your dreams a reality. They are telling you to meditate, though. It is time to spend time in meditation to see what answers will come to you, and to follow your intuition. The point of meditating is to follow your intuition. These Pisces folks are super, super intuitive. So be like a Pisces and trust your intuition, but it is time to balance the spirituality and the practicality, divine feminine, okay? It feels like a lot of you have been spending a lot of time up in your head and maybe not doing the practical work down here on the 3D. So let's, there's nothing wrong with spending time meditation. There's nothing wrong with, spending time daydreaming and thinking about, what you want, where you want to go, but it doesn't do you a lot of good to spend all your time daydreaming if you don't actually give your dreams a practical plan to become true. Okay, divine feminine, let's get a little clarity. Let's pull from the universal Rider-Waite to see what else is up with that. All right, headphone users, let's turn it down. Angels, ancestors, guardians, guides, spirit. Y'all got the Ace of Pentacles. What messages do we have for the divine feminine? What messages do we have for the divine feminine for this Sagittarius season? What does the divine feminine need to be on the lookout for during this Sagittarius season? Thank you. All right, angels, ancestors, guardians, guides, spirit. We just need one card on the table, please, for our divine feminine. What can the divine feminine expect during this Sagittarius season? All right, these cards are being a little sticky today. Let me shuffle sitting like this. All right, what can the divine feminine expect? Thank you very much. Oh, you got two cards. All right, you get this. All right. Looks like you are walking far away from something. Oh, goodness gracious, and judgment. Okay, so divine feminine. You know what? I'm going to take off my watch and bracelets because they are in the way. Give me just a second. Normally, I record these videos first thing in the morning, and so I don't have on any jewelry, but this is the middle of the afternoon that I'm recording this one, so I have all my jewelry on, and I just kept hitting the table. So let's try that again. All right, divine feminine. You've got, all right, so balance spirituality and practicality. So yeah, you definitely are on a journey. You're walking away from something, you're leaving something behind, and you are starting a new journey. It looks like a journey where maybe you are even kind of getting a little deep. Oh yeah, and it's coming quickly. All right, you've been tied down to something that has been breaking your heart. Okay. So it looks like, yeah. All right, let's look through the bottom of the deck also a little bit here. Divine feminine. All right, you've got judgment, you've got the Knight of Wands, the Devil, and the Three of Swords. So it looks like you have perhaps gone through a pretty big heartbreak. A lot of times when we and go through, and it's interesting, right underneath that is Empress, about tapping into that intuition. So it looks like this heartbreak that you went through, it came about pretty quickly. It looks like something happened here recently, because this is what's, at the bottom of the deck is what's, in the past, what lies behind you. it looks like, you know, something rather recently, something came about maybe that you didn't even see coming. It kind of just came out of nowhere, but it looks like you had a major heartbreak from something that it feels very codependent. It feels like maybe you were in a codependent relationship that is probably very recently ended. And it may have even, well, maybe not recently, but it's ended is what I'm saying, in the distant recent past, whichever. The past, okay? This codependent relationship, as it ended, it kind of was sudden. It felt like it came about very suddenly, and it's caused you to spend time, you know, reevaluating your life, tapping into your intuition. You know, very often, the greatest source of change in our life comes about from tragedy and trauma. You know, that's when we have time to dive deep. And so it looks like, you know, you've really been spending time looking at your life as a whole, the path that you're on as a whole, Divine Feminine, deciding what you want to keep, what you want to let go of. I mean, you know, you're ready to move on. You're ready to move forward, because it looks like this heartbreak was, that relationship, it was not a healthy one. It looks like you both brought just a lot to the table. And it really, I mean, it looks like you probably both were hurt. I don't think you were the only one that came out of this hurt, okay? But regardless, it definitely caused you to reevaluate your situation, your life, your path, your present. And you have, like I said, you've probably been up in your head. There's nothing wrong with that. You know, when we're working on going through the dark night of the soul, we spend a lot of time in our head, and that happens. But you're ready to walk away from that. You're ready to go, move on, move forward. You got the Chariot, so you're ready to begin something new. You know, the Chariot, that's that Cancer energy. You've got a lot of water on the table. You got Pisces, you got Cancer, and then I'm trying to remember who is Six of Swords. I mean, it's one of the air signs. I can't remember if this is Libra or Gemini. I don't remember. It's an air sign. It's you know, so this could be Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius, okay? And then you've got Cancer here, all right? So, and then you got Virgo over here. So you've got a lot of earth, water, air signs here happening. It's kind of cool to see, but back to the point here. Divine Feminine. It looks like you went through a very sudden heartbreak that was the end of a relationship that it doesn't have to be a romantic relationship. It could be family, it could be job, it could be anything, friendship, whatever. But y'all were very codependent. Both of you got a lot of pain out of that, but it's got you tapped into your intuition, and your intuition has been causing you to reassess, to judge, to clear out, to let go what no longer serves you. You are ready. It is time. It is time. It is time for you to get past that. It's time for you to, you've been in that dark night of the soul. It's time for you to move on past that. It's time now for, it feels like you're turning the corner during this Sagittarius season, Divine Feminine. It feels like you're ready to give your dreams a plan so that you can have a successful 2021 coming up. So this feels very good. This feels very balanced for you, Divine Feminine. It feels like you are ready to, you know, move on. It's time to stop feeling down. It's time to stop being in your head. It's time to get on past this. You have definitely got a new journey about to begin, Divine Feminine. It looks like you are going to have a very exciting Sagittarius season. I would caution though, you are definitely in your head. You're looking at everything. It could even be that the breakup is coming during the Sagittarius season, okay? And you're going to spend time in your head. Don't get too deep in your head, all right? Make sure that while you're up in the clouds, you still got at least 1 foot on the ground. That is my advice for you, Divine Feminine. All right. I hope you found this helpful. If you did, if you haven't already subscribed or give me a thumbs up, I would really appreciate it. All right, Divine Feminine, because now it is time for our Divine Masculine. Divine Masculine, we are going to pull from the Angels and Ancestors Oracle cards. Headphone users, let's turn it down. Angels, Ancestors, Guardians, Guides, Spirit. What messages do we have for our Divine Masculine today? What messages do we have for our Divine Masculine for the Sagittarius season? What messages do we have for our Divine Masculine in whatever time, place, or space he is watching? Thank you very much. All right, Angels, Ancestors, Guardians, Guides, Spirit. We just need one card on the table, please, for our Divine Masculine. Thank you very much. That was very fast. Thank you. All right, let's see what you got. Oh, nice. Definitely. So High Priestess, harness mystic powers, so Divine Masculine. I love, love, love this message for you because, you know, we've been talking a lot this past week or so. Divine Masculine, you are coming deep, deep, deep into your intuition. You are finally It feels like you have turned the corner. It feels like you are starting to let go of the resistance you've been having to trusting your intuition, to even accepting that you have an intuition or even a higher self. And that is a source of power for you, and that you can tap into this power anytime you want and come online and listen to your intuition and get back on the right path like that. You absolutely can. And so I've been saying this feels like you've been really coming online here lately and beginning to accept your own power, okay? So let's see what this says from the book, Divine Masculine. Align with the light and focus on all things positive. Woo! So there's your message. Align with the light and focus on all things positive. In many traditions, particularly pre-Christian, the high priestess was in charge of the spiritual and religious orders and was the voice of authority and the guidance from the gods. The high priestess in this deck is the consort and the partner of the high priest. She is joined by this black cat, which represents the Egyptian goddess Bast, who protects her from the lower energies, and she stands strong in her power and her glory. So the message here is that you are a mystic, Divine Masculine. It's time for you to tap into your powers, okay? You have the capacity to connect with energies that go beyond human senses if you will just trust and have faith and surrender, okay? Within you is a force of magic that is directed by your will. There is an opportunity now for you to rise up and at this time, but it requires dedication and discipline. You are being guided to look at where you are working what you were working on, or at the situation before you, and to determine where your priorities lie, which is interesting because it's kind of mirrors the Divine Feminine. It's about getting her priorities straight and actually, taking a practical plan. Well, yours is the same thing. It's about, you've got to show up for yourself, okay? And to, give yourself dedication and discipline to see how far you can go within your own capacity to create magic, right? If you are unable to figure out what your priorities are, you must use your intuition and discernment to focus on what will bring you closer to your goal and the happiness of everyone involved. When this card shows up, it's important for you to check in with your intuition, as it will give you guidance that will be important for your growth. So Divine Masculine, it is super, super, super important during the Sagittarius season, during, this next few weeks, that you focus on your intuition, you trust your intuition, you get into your heart space. Don't discount logic. Listen, logic and intuition are not, what's the word I'm trying to say? Where two things don't counteract. That's not the word I'm looking for, but logic and intuition don't counteract each other. Okay. That's not the word I wanted to say, but that's the meaning. Is just, you can use your logic and your intuition at the same time. Okay. So, trust your logic, but also it's time to start diving much, much, much deeper into your intuition. That's what you're being called on right now, Divine Masculine, to dive deep, 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 deep into that intuition and to listen to it, okay? I am very proud of you, though, because you have definitely been coming online and starting to trust yourself more and more and more, Divine Masculine. This is the message we've been getting repeatedly in the last few weeks. All right, let's pull a tarot for you. Let's see what's up. The Santa Muerte. I could never say this. Santa Muerte Tarot. I don't know why I want to say Muerte. I mean, like, how white girl of me, right? All right, headphone users, let's turn this down. Angels, ancestors, guardians, guides, spirit. What messages do we have for the Divine Masculine today? What messages do we have for the Divine Masculine for Sagittarius season? What messages do we have for the Divine Masculine? And whatever time, place, or space they are watching. This deck of cards, I enjoy it, but there's two issues. One, it is glossy and they slip and slide a lot. And two, they are very stiff. I've had it for a few months now and I just can't get a good shuffle most days on it. Let's just get one more shuffle. All right, angels, ancestors, guardians, guides, what messages? See, that's terrible. What messages do we have for the Divine Masculine? All right. Thank you. Angels, ancestors, guardians, guides, spirit. Oh, just like that. The Hanged Man. You've been feeling very stuck. All right. And the Knight of Swords. Interesting. So you've been feeling very stuck lately. And that's probably why some of you, even though you've been having, I say, glimmers of your intuition show up, right? And you've been having moments where you see synchronicities and you see, it's like, oh, wow, you know, my intuition, it is there. Your life maybe has been feeling very stagnant, very stuck, and maybe you haven't even clearly known where to go. You're being called to have faith right now, Divine Masculine. You're being told to trust and to not give up. You know, you've got at the bottom of the deck the Knight of Wands. This is, you know, that fast. This is, it's coming quickly, okay? And it's great because this is the Knight of Swords. Swords are the things you think, right? These are your air signs, right? The things that you think. So this, if you will just continue to be patient and to have faith, you are absolutely going to see the evidence of that faith come true. You're going to see, you know, the evidence of, if you will keep your vibration at the set point that you want it to be matched at, which is, you know, a high vibration where you can reach abundance, prosperity, love, joy, things like that. If you'll keep your vibration up and you'll trust your intuition, spend time every day meditating. Listen, again, I've told you, you don't have to spend but 5 or 10 minutes, 15, no more than 15. Literally, that's it, a day. No more than 15 minutes a day. And if you can't ever even get into that sweet Zen zoned out spot, that's fine. Just spend 15 minutes practicing breathing in, breathing out. And every time a thought comes in your mind, go right back to breathing. It's not as easy as it sounds, but once you get used to it, it's not nearly as difficult as you think, okay? Because I feel like you are starting to trust your intuition, but your life is still feeling stuck. Okay, so it's time to get deeper into our meditation practice. It's time to get deeper into trusting our intuition. And just like I told the Divine Feminine, it's not enough just to get into our intuition and trust it, but it's time to give a practical plan. You're both on the exact same path here. You're seeing the exact same thing. You're both about to start a new path forward, and I think it's coming quicker than you think it is, but you've been feeling kind of stuck lately. You've both got this kind of stuck, heavy energy. Don't worry about that, okay? Both of you got these knights showing up at the bottom of the deck, and they're here to tell you that you're going to be moving forward pretty quick. You got the Knight of Wands and the Knight of Air, or Swords. So both of these are fast-moving knights. So this change is coming quickly. Just trust your faith. Both of you are being told this. Trust your intuition. Give your intuition your full faith. Trust your higher self. But more than anything, once you come out of, you know, that spiritual time, you sit down and give a practical plan to make your dreams come true, because it doesn't do a lot of good. You know, a dream is a wish your heart makes, right? But a dream is only a wish if you don't give it a practical plan, okay? So let's take those wishes and make those dreams become reality, okay? Divine Feminine or Masculine, you are being told during this Sagittarius season, you may feel stuck, in fact, a lot. Just trust your intuition. Your intuition is leading you forward, and there's no reason to, oh my gosh, look what's right under that, the Ten of Cups, the Twin Flame card, right? It feels like some of you may be even feeling stuck because you're looking for your Divine Feminine. Oh, see, I should have gone on down, because look here. It feels like some of you are looking for your Divine Feminine, your divine counterpart, and you're feeling kind of stuck. You're feeling kind of stuck at it. Keep trusting your intuition, because she's coming quickly. Look, here's the Twin Flame card, and look right under that, the King of Pentacles. That's you, baby. That is you, okay? So your fortune is on its way. If you're hoping for that Twin Flame relationship, it's on its way. Just keep trusting your intuition, because it's coming much, much more quickly than you think. And this is for both of you. If you're both on that Twin Flame path, if you're not in union yet, just trust. You are both on a new path. You're both a new path of alignment and a new path of spiritual fulfillment and, you know, physical satisfaction. So let's find out what's happening with the twins as a couple. Speaking of being in union, let's find out. Let's read from Getting into the Vortex. Headphone users, let's turn it down. Angels, ancestors, guardians, God, Spirit, what messages do you have for the twin flames today? What messages do you have for the twin flames for Sagittarius season? What messages do you have for the twin flames in whatever time, place, or space they are watching this? Thank you. Angels, ancestors, guardians, God, Spirit. We just need one card, please, for the twin flame couple, for the collective twin flames. tell us what is happening in the Twin Flame Collective during the Sagittarius season. All right, let's see what you got. I love that. I love, love, love the card you got. Look here. My life is about relationships. Like I said, for those of you who are not in union yet, you're in separation, or you haven't found each other yet, know that you will be probably soon. All right, my life is about relationships. You will never find yourself in a point of time when the subject of relationships is not an active part of your now experience. For everything you perceive or notice or know is because of your relationship with something else. Okay, let me say that again. For everything you experience, perceive, or notice or know is because of your relationship with something else. Without a comparative experience, you would be unable to perceive or focus on any kind of understanding within yourself. Therefore, it is accurate to say that without relationships, you could not exist at all. That is so true. And notice this is number one. This is about yourself. This is about definitely diving into yourself. I've been saying this. I think that for those of you that are in separation right now, or you're not in union at all, this is not the time. I mean, it's coming. It's coming. It's on its way. I mean, it's absolutely on its way. Just be patient. Be patient, Grasshopper. That's the message here, I think, today. Because see, look, you pulled number one. So this is about working on yourself. This is about dealing with your ego, okay? Dealing with yourself, balancing your spirituality and your practicality, trusting your own intuition, but giving, trusting that when you feel stuck, you are never stuck. Enjoy the ride. You are always on a path. You are always moving forward. You are always expanding. But understand that life is about relationships. Whether it's a relationship, you wouldn't even exist if there wasn't a relationship between your biological mother and your biological father, whatever that relationship is. Whether they had a relationship, whether you were created in a test tube, it doesn't matter. Somebody somewhere had a relationship that created you. So your life is about relationships. You wouldn't even exist with that relationship. And you know what you want because you know what you don't want. So you are having a relationship with all the things around you because it's either you did want it or you didn't want something, so now you know what you did want, so you bought the thing you did want. Does that make sense? Life is about relationships. It's about the relationship you have with something that defines or contrasts what you like and what you don't like, okay? And so Twin Flames, I think this is the time for you to be focusing very clearly on getting clear about what kind of relationships you want for yourself and you want in your life, setting boundaries. This is about setting boundaries and cutting out the distractions and cutting out what you don't want and getting really clear on what you do want, balancing the spirituality and practicality so that you can have a clear path going forward, a clear path going forward. You're cutting out what you don't want so that you can ride forward ahead, trusting that intuition, but also giving a practical plan, cutting out what no longer serves you, and trusting that if you're not stuck at this moment, that you are doing the work for yourself, the refining, defining, and contrasting and comparing. That's what this time is about. Looks like for both of you, this is not the time to be rushing into anything. This is not the time to be jumping into new relationships. This is the time, this Sagittarius season feels very much like it's about you, Twin Flames. Let's find out. Let's pull one more Oracle card for the Twin Flames. It's going to be from the Starseed Oracle. All right, headphone users, let's turn it down. Whew, listen to that. Angel, ancestors, guardians, God, spirit. What messages do we have for the Twin Flames? What messages do we have for the collective Twin Flames during this Sagittarius season? What messages do we have for the Twin Flames in whatever time, place, or space they are watching this? Thank you. Angels, ancestors, guardians, God, spirit. We just need one card, please, for our Twin Flames. What can the Twin Flame collectives, couples, expect during the Sagittarius season? How many cards did you get? Okay, you got two. We can take that. All right, up first, twins. The first card you get is I Remember. Soul Plan, the fated life versus the destiny life. Oh, and the blue flame again. Spontaneous awakening. This is yesterday. Awakening or Friday. Awakening, activation, and integration. So here's the deal. This is absolutely, you are not supposed to be focusing on creating new relationships right now. Right now, you are supposed to be focusing on yourself and refining the relationships you have with people, places, things, and experiences. This is about you refining. You see how there's only one twin flame right now, the blue flame. There is not both dual flames, the blue flame and the red flame, right? Or the orange flame, whichever flame you want to call it. This is about you focusing on your own spiritual growth, your own awakening, activation, and integration. This is about you remembering your soul's plan and getting in balance with your soul's plan and giving, sorry about that, try not to knock the camera over, taking your plan and giving it, listening into your intuition on both sides. Wow, how many times can I hit the camera? But also, remember, not just remembering your plan, but actually putting it into place. Let's talk about this I remember, shall we? Let's read from the book. I remember. There was a moment before you were born when you chose the conditions of the life that you are living right now. When you plotted out these exact moments along the timeline of your life. We live in a world of free will, and therefore these moments become our destiny only through saying yes. The fated life is the one where we were born into. The destiny life is the one your soul chooses, and it takes courage and faith. If you pull this card, it is because you are likely now face to face with the choice to follow your destiny life over your fated life. Wow, absolutely. Is it destiny or is it fate? Ooh, I love this. To trust the path your soul is calling you towards, and to remember that this moment was prearranged on your life's timeline. You may find yourself at a crossroads, at a moment where you are being called to make a decision to keep walking the perfectly laid out path before you, or to choose the one less traveled. You may be facing a change of career, a new relationship, a difficult decision, or something else that requires courage and faith. You are being invited to remember your soul's greater plan and to surrender to it. Yes, absolutely. Your soul's greater plan and to surrender to it. That's both of you. Absolutely. When you're confronted with a path that is undefined, it's normal for doubt and to rear its head. In fact, that is a certain sign that you're facing your soul's greater plan. Every hero in his or her life journey comes eye to eye with doubt. The only way around it is through it. It is all part of the large plan. So this is about you facing your plan and remembering what your soul's plan is, and know that, you were fated to live the life that you chose before you came down here, but you do have free will, and you're given free will so that you can create heaven on earth. Okay. That's what free will is about, so that you can pick and choose to experience heaven right now on earth, okay? And that is your destiny life, okay? So what are you choosing? Are you choosing the fate, or are you choosing the destiny? It's time for you to remember who you are and to get into yourself, to allow yourself to be awakened, to activate your soul's purpose within you, to integrate that. Take the time to allow it to integrate within you, okay? Again, this is about the number one, and this is about you focusing on you. If you are not already in union, or if you were separate, you probably will be, but this is not probably going to be the time. It won't be during Sagittarius time. Because it's time for you to focus on yourself. If you are in union with your twin, this doesn't mean you're going to break up or separate or anything. It just means that you two are going to spend time evolving separate, but you're still going to be together. So your purpose is still being served. It's just that right now you're focusing on your own individual purposes, twins. All right, let's get our last cards from the day before we close out. This is going to be the Golden Girls Tarot. All right, headphone users, let's turn it down. Angels, ancestors, guardians, guides, and spirit. What messages do we have for the twin flames today? What messages do we have for the twin flames in whatever time, place, or space they are watching? What messages do we have for the twin flames for this Sagittarius season 2020? All right, angels, ancestors, guardians, guides, spirit. We just need 3 cards on the table. What can the twin flames expect? Yep. During this Sagittarius season, we need 2 more cards, please, on the table. What can the... got way too many cards. What can the twin flames expect during Sagittarius season? Angels, ancestors, guardians, guides. What messages do we have for the Sagittarian season for the twin flames? What messages do we have for the twin flames for Sagittarius season? Oh, yes. Okay. All right. All right. All right. And at the bottom of the deck, King of Wands. Yep. So you've got really crazy energy here. First of all, you have what, the Knight of Wands, the Knight of Swords. All right, so you've got this Knight of Cups, Temperance, Six of Cups, and at the bottom of the deck, King of Wands. The way I read is past, present, future. This card sits between the past and present. This card sits between the present and the future. And the cards at the bottom deck are what lies behind us, or the root of the issues. So I'll start there. The root of the issue is the King of freaking Wands, my favorite king. He's that king who looks at the big, oh look, and then right underneath that, you got strength. You got that Leo energy. So you got a lot, like Sagittarius and Leo showing up, and then the star. Yeah. And the Knight of Wands right under that. You got so much interesting energy here. You got Aquarius, Sagittarius, Leo. But you've got the strength to literally look at the big picture right now. You've got the strength to create the life of your dreams right now, okay? You have the power right now, twins, to be serving your own individual soul's purpose and your union's purpose, okay? Your mission, if you will, for the twin flames. You right now are able to look at the big picture as individuals and as twins, as a couple, and to cut out the noise, to look at the big picture and get yourself in line with where you want to go. You have the ability to definitely overcome challenges this month. All right, so let's talk about sitting in the past is the Knight of Cups. You know, he's that knight who comes up, who tells you to follow your heart. So it really looks like, you know, and this is sitting right underneath my life is about relationships. So it looks like in the past little bit here, you know, last few weeks, past few months, maybe this year even, twins, you individually and as couples have been getting really, really clear about what you want to bring into your life, what sparks your joy, what makes you happy, what makes you feel fulfilled and successful and prosperous and abundant. And you've been really focusing on bringing that to yourself. You've been focusing on creating relationships with people, place, things, and events that make you feel good, make you feel loved, make you feel seen and heard and abundant and prosperous, okay? So you've really been doing a lot of work on yourselves. This is what this is saying, and that's wonderful, twins. I can tell you, the collective twin flames, I could feel that energy just rising. It started late last year, probably in like June or July, started really humming by October, November. And boy, this year it's been that twin flame energy. There's been a lot of twin flame activation. So look, coming here into the present, this is you. So, you know, in the past, this is, you know, you've been focusing on what you do want, what you don't want, getting really, really, really clear on cutting out the things that you don't need, getting in alignment, working on yourself, your own relationships, and moving into the present. Again, still focusing on yourself, sitting in the present. We have temperance. So this is that alchemy. This is changing that hot to cold, that gold to, or silver to gold, or metal to gold, right? This is getting that balanced life. And this is 100% what we're speaking of for both of you. This is getting that balanced life, that balance of spiritual and practicality. This is you getting it now clear. Now, before you had to decide what it is you wanted, what you loved, what made you feel good, what you wanted to add to your life, get on that path. Well, this is you doing it. This is you getting that balance between spirituality and practicality. So you can, like I said, you can see the big picture. You can overcome challenges right now. You've got the strength to create the life of your dream. And look, there's the Knight of Wands again. Quickly even. I mean, it's just coming in quickly, but you got to get real clear and cut out the noise and get that balance of spirituality and practicality. This is for both twins and as a couple, okay? Because when you do, you're going to be experiencing spontaneous awakening, activation, and integration. You're going to be able to remember your soul plan, all right? Both of you individually. And as you are doing the individual work, you know, you're over here doing your thing, divine feminine, you're over here doing your thing, divine masculine. Guess what? You're activating, integrating, and awakening. And now it will be time, finally, for the twins to come into union. So for those of you who are separate, who have never been in union, that is on its way in the future. What is on my card? Sorry about that, y'all. I just got something on my card and I can't be having all that. It's probably ash from one of the sages. But anyway, look here, Six of Cups. You know, this is healing. This is just creating happy memories, right? This is healing. This is getting balance and satisfaction, right? So I'm sorry to say, if you are in separation or not in union right now, it's not going to happen right now, because right now is about you balancing your own spirituality and practicality. If you are in a couple, in a relationship with your twin flame right now, don't worry about it if you're doing your own thing. That doesn't mean, like I said, strong twin flame couples aren't codependent. They're living their own life and they come together to support each other. It doesn't mean they don't want to touch each other all the time and they don't want to be with each other all the time. Yes, they do. They have a strong need to be in physical contact, but that also means the relationship is strong and balanced enough, and they are secure in their own selves enough that they can go do their own thing and know that there's no problem. And that's what's happening right now, okay? You're focusing on yourselves if you're in a relationship independently. You're going to focus on yourselves. If you're not, get to work on yourselves, okay? The more hard work you do about yourself, the more you work on your own soul plan, on your own awakening, integration, and activation, the closer you will be to arriving to the point that you want, which is this harmonization, this healing of the union. And so my advice for you is, twin flames, independently and as a couple, this is not about the couple this month. This Sagittarius season is all about you. You do you, boo, all right? All right, twin flames, I hope this was super duper 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 helpful. If it was, drop me a comment below. Share it with somebody who might find this useful. Comment, like, subscribe, all the things you're supposed to do. I know you do. So do it for me, babe boo. All right. Thank y'all for being here. I appreciate you spending your afternoon with me, morning time, afternoon, evening, whatever time it is. And I love y'all so much. I hope you know it has been an amazing year being on this channel with y'all. And I've really, really enjoyed this. So thank y'all for sticking around with me. And I'll see y'all again. I post new content Monday through Friday. So until I see you again, know how much I love you. And I hope you keep on praying. Bye, twin flames.